Hello everybody at home, hello everybody here. And we know this is the first day of the month of Aquarius, Chodesh Shevat. You know, we're going to talk first a little bit about the portion. Then we jump into the Rosh Chodesh, how to behave, what to do, what's going on, what's not happening, what needed to happen. And hopefully I will give you enough direction to make this week and this month way, way better. Okay? You ready to go?
Yes.
You ready to fly with me a little bit? All right. As you know, last week we spoke about Va'era. It was 7 plagues that was basically came on Pharaoh and the Egyptian. And this week we're going to talk about 3 other plagues. So the idea 10, I don't need to tell you, most people have no idea why 10. We have 10 Sefirot, 10 level of energy. And against them there is 10 level of negativity. Everything is 10. So you have 10 of positive, 10 of negative. What do you do when you want to become spiritual and become a better person? Do you just continue being spiritual and everything going to be okay? Actually, no. Can't. You first have to destroy your negative side for you to enjoy the positive side. Simple example will be you're holding a very crystal expensive glass that you want to pour the most expensive champagne into. It doesn't matter how expensive the glass is, it has to be clean. You gotta clean it. Well, the cleaning takes time. You know, if it was a mud in it, the dry, you gotta throw hot water, wash it, dry it, wipe it. There's a lot of work. Then you can pour the champagne. Same thing with your soul. You can't just, okay, I'm spiritual, feel great. Did you clean yourself before? Then what you feel might come from the dark side. You might feel spiritual, but it's actually not. There is somebody who's laughing behind you. There's somebody just hysterically laughing how they fool you. Because the idea is, you know, you gotta do a preparation before you receive the light. What happened this week portion? There is another additional 3 plagues. 3 plagues. Those 3 plagues in the level of Keter Chokhmah Binah, of negativity, crushing the negativity so positive energy will come in. That's what it is. If you remember Passover, we do it with the wine, the 10 plagues. It's a very serious business. It's not just simple. Oh, it's an idea, some historical event. We're talking about fighting Egypt. We talk about fighting Pharaoh. We talk about fighting negativity. There is negativity out there, guys. There's negativity. We hate to say it. There's negativity. Malasot, you know, c'est la vie. What can you do? Negative force. There is a positive force, negative force. Now that negative force was created by the positive force. Of course, there are the biggest doubts. Well, why? Why can't you just do it easy? Like when I read the book Snail with No Shell I wrote for kids. So a few kids asked me, why you have to break the shell of the snail? Why you have to do it? What a kid. Because of them I wrote the second book to make sure they're fixing the shell, actually. Which become, thank God, very big success. But the idea, what I'm trying to say, is the 10 plagues are to destroy an area not in Egypt, in me. What is in you this week that has to be crushed? Is it your ego? You're afraid to crush? What are you afraid of? What is that you're afraid? You know it's bad, but you know it's bad. And you just so panic to crush it. You can't. You actually can't. You don't want it. Ever happened to you that you know it's bad, you're absolutely sure it's bad, but you absolutely know you're not starting today. I'm not starting today. No matter what you're going to tell me, I'm not go ahead and crushing my negativity today. Tomorrow, maybe. What I'm excited about, I'm excited being spiritual. Because being spiritual called a positive act. Removing the negativity is negative act. It don't feel good. Cleaning is not fun. Right? I mean, I don't like to clean. Some people are addicted to cleaning. I'm not addicted to cleaning. Maybe because my father was an OC severely with everything clean. My mother was OC severely with cleaning the home. So between his eating everything perfect to my mom who the floor has to be, you have to see your reflection. I want to break all the rules if possible. So some people, you know, for them cleaning is a business. It's they get high. I have my friend, when he cleaned for Passover, he get high. He get like, wow. When Passover arrives, I'm panicking. I'm depressed. I'm like, oh my God, what is this thing? Oh my God. some people enjoy it. So for years I thought something is wrong with me, and I did find, and I'm sorry for my ego, that it wasn't so. Rav Ashlag write, 1922, menucha, the rest. Where does it come from? From the light, the creator. The creator is always rest, always. There's no movement. Whenever there is movement, that means there is lack, there's something missing. That's why you move. Why you move here? To reach the T I don't have. I gotta move because I don't have. But the creator has everything, so no move. So people who need to move all the time, it's a problem. They have to check why they're running empty. You understand? I don't want to go there. It's a different subject. This you can find out more in 10 numerous emanation on Wednesday. But going back to 10 plagues, remember, what we're doing this week, we're crushing. We're crushing areas in my life that are disturbing for the good champagne, for the good money, for the good knowledge, for the good light, for the good spirituality to lend into my crystal cup. Your body, your soul is that crystal cup. The information, the money, the success, the fame, I don't know what else you can think about, make you happy, what we call abundance, that comes from above, that's a nourishment of God. But that, even if it's calm to your life, it will not taste good if you didn't clean the glass. So, gotta clean it. And that's what Pharaoh is going through this week portion. It's what Egypt, who is Egypt? Mitzrayim. Where is Mitzrayim? Where is Egypt? Is it really in Egypt? Why not in India? You see anybody worship a cow in Egypt? I didn't see. In India, they still worship a cow. If there is one country that still have idol worshiping, yes, go India, all worshiping. And they will tell you, no, it's not exactly like that. It's 10 God, it's not 11, it's 20, it's not 12. Worship something which is not one. When you worship something which is not one, you no longer worship God, you worship an idol. You know? And we all worship an idol from time to time. You worship money, you worship pride, you worship some more like on Instagram or Facebook. It's a worship of not one. We all have it. So to know where Egypt is today is in you. To know where Pharaoh is today, the Ari said, is in your oref, in your back of your neck. That's what they call the nation, the Jewish nation. Not to put the Jewish nation down, but that's how they call it when they get out of Egypt, as the nation with the stiff neck. Stiff neck. Why they call them stiff neck? Because they're stubborn. They don't want to do anything that Moses is telling them. Big problem. So this, again, I want to talk about the Aquarius, but I want to give you also what's happening this week. Now, the other thing, the portion starts with a very weird verse, and I've been asked in Miami, I was in Shabbat in Miami, and I was surrounded by people who study all day long, Orthodox communities, very strong Orthodox community from New Jersey, and they never heard that type of talk. You know, they hear portion, story, mitzvahs, stakas, masim toivin, you know, I'm doing that. You know, all of a sudden this dude, wearing white, weird look, but he seemed like a nice guy. And they asked me that, said, let me see what it's going to say. Boom! I said, oh, nobody ever asked, if you ask. So I share with them that information, that piece of information I'm about to share with you. The portion starts with Bo el Paro. Bo, there is Bo mean come. Lech, like Lech Lecha, go. So if I want to tell you to go to someone or somewhere, I say Lech. Lech. Okay, I know it's hard for you, it's American, with a Chech. Lech. When I wanted you to say, can you come here for a second? Bo, 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 bo. The name of the portion is Bo. The section, not go together. Bo, come. El Paro. To Paro. Come, no, to Paro. You look at this like, to go or to come? Which direction? Very confusing, right? I can read it to you in Hebrew for those of you who are listening. Say like this. It's very beautiful parasha. I mean, one of the most beautiful. בוא אל פרעה כי אני הכבדתי את ליבו ואת לב האדם למען שתהי את תודה אליו וכמו. Come to Pharaoh. So they asked me, what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm sure you heard before some explanation, but I would like to share something deeper than that. בוא אל פרעה. Come to Pharaoh. Who is Pharaoh? Remember, who is Pharaoh? Who is Pharaoh? What did I just say? Me. So, which side of you is Pharaoh? the evil side, the selfish, the ego, the insecure, the panic attack, the anxiety. That's your Pharaoh. So God is saying, do you want to fix him? Do you want to fix the side of you that you're ashamed of? Yes, I do. Poel Paro. Come to Pharaoh. Let's go together. You and me, God will come with you to Pharaoh. Let's talk. And you need to know, if you hate your evil side, sometimes we hate the evil side. I'm eating too much, I'm too jealous, or that. You want to know why you have that section in you which is bad? I am God. I put it there. I put it there. I put it there. Lama, why did you make me jealous? Lama, why did you make me panic attack? Why did you make me brave, strong, amazing? Nothing ever bothered me. I want to be that. I want to be an angel, God. Now, למען שתהי אותותיי אלה בקרבו. You want to know why? Because I want to give you otiyot. I want to give you otiyot mean letter, or otot mean sign. If you want to see the sign of God in everything, you have to have within you an evil side. Those of you who are perfect, you have nothing to overcome. What are you going to see? Big deal. Big deal. You know, big deal. It's like this person say, what's a big deal? People talk about smoking. I never smoke. You know those people who talk like this, I never smoke. So, well, if you smoke, then you wouldn't judge the people who try to quit smoking, because you don't have that inner paro in you, so there is nothing. When you have a temptation for something which you know it's wrong and you can't stop, that's your paro. Can't help it, that paro. The paro. This is it. Paro. You know, look at you in paro. You boil paro, go come to him. And remember, he's there for a reason. Do you understand? I hope you will never forget this explanation. Again, hopefully you never forget this explanation. Again, this explanation I cannot find it which book it's come from. So you can relate it to me, so you don't have to trust it. So if it's come from me, that's when I'm the first one who heard it, first one who say it, but it doesn't mean that it's true. You understand? I want to make sure. Thank you for following me, but you have to know that that explanation didn't come from the Zohar or the Torah or the Aritz, came from me myself. Okay? So it's good news that I'm giving you a new explanation, but again, because I'm a human being, who knows? Maybe my ego just say it. So I want to warn you, because sometimes when a spiritual teacher come up with something, hopefully it's come from the right side. So I never trust myself when it's come from this, not because I'm insecure about it. But for you, I wouldn't want people to follow something that came from Eliyahu. I want you to follow something that came from God. And I hope what came to me came from God. I just want to make sure you use it. If it's working for you, use it. If it's not, no. But whatever comes from me, I always will mention it. If I don't mention it's come from me, that's when it's come from one of the book. So you need to know. It's one of the law in spirituality that you have to do. And it say, ולמען תספר, and you want to know why else you have to come to Pharaoh? So you can tell your children, your son, the son of your daughter, everybody you should tell how much I torture Egypt. I mean, do you think God is kind of running short on the money for advertising and PR? And it doesn't make sense, the whole story. So you gotta be stupid not to wake up from that. So he tried to tell you, so you can tell all of it to your children, to your daughter, to your neighbor. Who is that? It's been your organs, your inner organs, your inner part of the soul. So you can spread this message. When you understand this parasha like that, what I just shared with you, the whole picture of Egypt, Pharaoh, it's look very different. It look internally. Now we have a war. And you have to know, I don't know how many of you have addiction issue or temptation issue. It's not easy. Not easy. Because when it's attacking you, it's very difficult. Some people have anger issue. Severe anger. They can't help themselves. You know, some people have what we call meticulous disease. I have it. One of my diseases is meticulousness. Okay? Don't be with me when you start thinking. I like to be alone when I do the thing, because it's weird, you know, the way if you cook with me, I'm weird. I put the pepper aside and the onion aside, and I don't need your help. I really enjoy doing that. But something is weird about this guy. You look from the side, put the music in a certain thing, to the thing, you come bother me, you move the parsley aside, there is a problem. What happened here? You know? What happened here? Now, this is too much. And thank God my family are great in helping me with that. Because, like, they will take me aside, my own children, say, you understand you are upset about nothing. I said, nothing. This parsley was to the left, and it moved to the right. Right, I love my son Yehuda, I don't know if you listen now, because he's really balanced me, because he take me and said to me, Abba, you know, it's all good beside the parsley, so it's actually good. And I love when he tell me this, because it's relaxed me, you know. So it's all good, just the parsley move. It's not a big deal. And somebody took the cayenne to other room. I said, no, but cayenne gotta be here. It's a sad situation. There's everything so perfect. And then I can go, and then I can wash the thing, and then it's all working for me. But that's called meticulous disease. So that's my pharaoh. You understand? It's a control, meticulous. It's my pharaoh, I can't help it. Please stop, please pharaoh, stop. So what he's telling you, God gave it to me for a reason. I need to overcome it. But I also need to live with that. It's a gift. It's a gift to organize my life. Let's say, organize a lecture, right? I landed about, 40 minutes ago? I landed 40 minutes ago waiting for the luggage for 1.5 hours. Never happened to me before. Okay? So, to do the lecture and all this, you need certain meticulousness how to do it. You know, it's not just happen, they grow on the trees. The knowledge, information, where to pick it up. All those things needed. So it can be good for good as well. So, Rabbi Shimshon Maastropoli asked a great question. He said, why does God have to say I? Why God say I? Only Tony Robbins say I. You know Tony Robbins? I, say I, you know. It's a very beautiful idea. But God say Ani. Ani mean I. Everybody need to know that I am the one who make Pharaoh heart hardened and stubborn. Why God have to say I? So Rabbi Shimshon Maastropoli, by the way, if you don't know who he was, one of the greatest righteous ever lived. He predicted what the day he will die. He predicted when he's going to die. He predicted that he will be killed. He knew he will be killed. And he actually left his door open the day he was supposed to be killed. They come, they kill them from the back, exactly like he predicted, to the details, to the day, to the hour. You know, everything. So he wrote one of the most secret book of Kabbalah. Okay? It's called Nitzotzei Shimshon, the spark of Samson. Because he was a Gilgul reincarnation of Samson that died also by being killed. So he write why? Why God have to say I? So he raised a question and say, what do you do with a liar? What do you do with a liar? Somebody who speaks so sweet words, but inside the heart is rotten. You ever met people who are stink from lying, but the outside, they have a look. You know, some people born perfect look, unbelievable face, or if it's a woman or a man, doesn't matter, but they just have the present that you can't stop listening to them, but it's all lie. Lie! Like lie, terrible lie. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Lie. Like I met a person like that I thought it's very hard to fool me, but I guess it's not. And the most good-looking man, I mean, that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the hair was perfect, green eyes, tall, tan enough, even if he's from Europe. And I will do anything for this guy, whatever he say. I become slave without even knowing that I'm slave. Ever happened to that you're slave and you don't know you're slave? I didn't even know. You know, you need like somebody to wake you up and you think there's something wrong with them. And I was serving and doing and every time he asked me to do more, I want to do more. You know, and the lie was building on another lie. It was all lie, this whole thing. Can you imagine what happened to me the first day? I found out that maybe I'm doing a mistake. You know how much I was ashamed of myself? What do we do? So Rabbi Shimshon Maastropoli, what do we do? What do we do with people that lie? Who was the liar? They're Pharaoh. Pharaoh was playing a big shot. Big shot, me, and this, and this, that. What God did? God makes sure that on the normal thing that people will say no, he said yes. And on the normal thing that people say yes, he say no. He couldn't even prevent himself from suffering. So when Moses and Aaron come to him and said to him, listen, all the firstborn will die. Pharaoh was a firstborn and he has a firstborn himself. He saw that the 9 plagues before happened. Whatever those 2 dudes said, happened. Now the 10th, don't you think the probability 9 from 9 happened, maybe the 10th also will happen? Like, you gotta be dumb not to believe it. He knew it will happen, he believed it happened, and he couldn't stop himself from fighting them. Can you imagine? And it only happened, there is a great book, everybody should read it, it's in Hebrew. It's Orech Af. Orech Af meaning how long is the nose, the translation. But Orech Af also means forgiven. And the rabbi wrote it, only talk about anger. And he talked about anger, that when a person gets angry, the first verse come out of their mouth makes sense. The second verse no longer makes sense. Why? Because when an angry man talk, it's the truth. The second thing he says, the negative already controlling him. Same thing for Pharaoh. Pharaoh couldn't control himself from making the right choice all the time. The last thing, but not least, on this parasha, before we're moving into the Rosh Chodesh Shvat, is Israelite leaving Egypt. This is it. Enough time in Egypt, they gotta go. Now what does that mean for us? This week, you're leaving something. You're leaving something. There is a force who will help you to leave what things behind that no longer contribute to you, no longer good for you. There is a force in the universe telling you if you need it, it's going to go away. So within this week, as I mentioned, those 4 points, it's very important that all of us will go into a place that we are step by step recognizing the Pharaoh within, understanding that the curse that we look as a curse is not a curse. It's a blessing if we know how to use them. And step by step getting into a place that we got to do something with our life. We have to be different. Getting out of Egypt being different. Now, if you look at your life right now, and you look at what we call a redemption, how is your redemption look like? Is your redemption look like working, or your redemption look like resting? Is your goal is to do something about your life, or is your goal is to do something good enough so I don't have to do something about my life? Do you understand the question, or I lost you? What is your ultimate goal? Is your ultimate goal is to do nothing? Is that your ultimate goal? If you live in LA, most probably that's the answer. If you live in LA more than 3 years, that's your goal. It's not your fault. Don't worry. Don't hate yourself for that. You're part of the group. This is Los Angeles. Can't help it. Every city has an energy. In New York, if you live in New York, your purpose is to work. Not just to make money, by the way. A lot of people who work in New York, they don't make money. They work. You gotta work. Why? Because that's New York. If you live in LA, the purpose is not to work. It's actually a shame to work. If you go to Starbucks and you not allow yourself to sit on a table more than 5 minutes, people look at you weird. What's wrong with this guy? Doesn't have money. Sad, so sad. Normal people in LA sit in Starbucks for 2 hours, do nothing. Now you're part of the group. Do nothing in LA is normal. I'm not trying to crush LA or the people in LA. You need to know energy-wise. Do nothing in Hong Kong is wrong. Nobody will sit in a cafe in Hong Kong for too long. You should go there. They're always moving. I move very fast and it makes me nervous. Like, what's going on? What am I missing here? What am I not doing? What am I not doing? Ask them. I feel like I'm missing something. Everybody, the driver is fast. Everything is fast. The escalator is twice fast than New York escalator. You understand this whole thing about it? So how does your redemption look like? How is getting out of Egypt look like? What is it? Is it having enough money? Is that your goal, really? I don't think it's a goal to have enough money. I don't think money is a goal. Money is a nice tool, but it's not a goal. It cannot be a goal. What are you happy? Let's say happy. Everybody, yeah, happy sounds good. So what make you happy? What make you happy? Sleeping or awakening? Ask yourself, what make you happy? What you rather do? running from happiness or yawning from satisfaction? You gotta ask yourself those questions. You don't have to answer me, just think. You are in a city of the yawning city. Miami, right? I mean, there is more old people in Miami. Miami is more alive than Los Angeles. Everybody know. Everybody know. I don't need to tell you. If you don't trust me, please take a flight tonight to Miami for 3 days, be there, come back to LA, and you will feel the difference between there and there. There's energy. Chicago, it's energy, but it's not something wrong with LA. You have to learn how to live with it. If you live in LA, like if I would be young, I'm not staying here, I'm staying here with my family, there in school and all this and that. I mean, this is a place that eventually your potential is crushed, your potential disappear. Though I love LA, it's the best weather, best of everything. But can you move a person to do more than they're required to do? No, it's against the law. I mean, it's crazy. Everything starts here. Me Too start here. Don't allow the worker to work too much. Everything starts here. That's the capital of the suing lawyers and everything. Unbelievable. How can I sue you.com? It's here. It's all everything. So why is it like that? Because getting out of Egypt, and specifically in the month of Aquarius, we know the month of Aquarius is a month of freedom. But the freedom mentality for every human being is different. Some people think freedom is the ability to do nothing. That's freedom. You ask the teenager, you ask the young generation in LA, it's a sad thing. They talk like this, how can I do nothing? You guys don't understand, and that's why you find them in the gym or in Starbucks. They're eating, and then they go to the gym to lift weight and look in the mirror. And actually, they don't look at the mirror themselves. You have to look at other things. They look who's looking at them. You gotta look. You gotta start opening your eyes because we are part of it. It's not that there's something wrong with them. We all part. We all part. You know, it's okay to rest in LA. LA will not force you to get out of your comfort zone. You know, it's a very important. I mean, 1.5 hours for luggage to put there. Do you know how the luggage things work? Should I teach you? Unfortunately, I went to technology school, so all what I did is building machine and put the blueprint out to make it. Very simple, elevator going up, some carousel going around. It's very simple, the whole thing. All what you need to do is some people to carry those luggage and put them there. I know it's some work, let me tell you, I have a tough work. Well, that's your job, so do your job, right?